Hi guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well, day or night, whenever you tune in and see this. So this is going to be a general reading for Scorpio for October 28th through November 9th. All right. So this is a general reading, can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc. And it is a timeless reading, meaning it could resonate for some people 6 months in the past or 6 months in the future, but time is fluid, right, and relative. So the other thing I want to mention as well is that this may resonate for you if your sun sign, Scorpio, Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon, or also if your Venus is in Scorpio for matters of love. Okay, so always keep that in mind as well. And so we're going to get into your reading in just a moment here, Scorpio. I've shuffled all of your cards and pulled everything out for you. Also wanted to say happy birthday to all the Scorpios out there. Whether you've already had your birthday since we started moving into your sun on the 23rd, and today is the 28th. And so happy birthday to you who've already had your birthday or if it's coming up, all right? So I did want to mention that. Okay, so let's get into your reading here, Scorpio. We're going to go over a couple of general themes for everybody during this time, okay, with the astrology, all right? So like I said, on October 23rd, we entered into Scorpio season, your season, right? And also happy Halloween if you're wondering why I'm wearing this, okay? And then on October 28th, today, the day I'm filming this, we have a last quarter moon. And then October 30th, Mars enters into Scorpio, your sign Scorpio, right? So Mars talks about themes of anger and frustration, right? On the more shadow side of Mars or Aries energy, right? Since Aries is the ruler. Since Mars is the ruler of Aries, okay? But then there's the positive side of Mars energy as well. It talks about leadership, creativity, okay, and a wherewithal energy, all right? So since this Mars energy is entering into Scorpio, your sign, I would say that while it's in your sign, just be careful not to let the anger and frustration get over into a boiling point or when it gets negative or destructive, right? So try to turn that Mars energy more for you on the creative, leadership, and wherewithal energy. All right, so moving forward on November 4th, we have the new moon in Scorpio. So during the new moon, some people like to do manifestations as the moon is growing to the full moon, okay? But you can do your magic or manifestations or goal setting at any time, right? It's always the intention is the most important. Okay, so then on November 5th, Venus, okay, which deals with matters of love and assets and money, okay, is entering into Earth sign Capricorn. So there could be love, asset, money themes mixed along with that Capricorn energy, that Saturn energy of responsibility, leadership, roles, and just taking things a little bit more seriously. Now, also on November 5th, Mercury is going to be entering into Scorpio, your sign, Scorpio, right? So Mercury rules communication, electronics, all of the things that we talked about during Mercury retrograde. And thank God that's over. It's not really over with the shadow period. I forgot to mention this in the Libra reading until about November 5th, right? When we have it going, Mercury is direct, but now it's going into Scorpio and it's out of that shadow period. Okay, so that could be a particular note in those days for you to pay attention to October 30th, November 5th. All right, and then going forward, your last astrology note here is Athena Pallas, which is an asteroid, not a planet, right? It's going direct, and it's been in retrograde since about July. Okay, and so Athena, which is actually what I'm dressed up as, and then I dropped that. I'm Athena, but then I added a mask. I'm Athena with the mask, okay? Anyway, Athena deals with wisdom, right? Talents in the arts, defense, intuition, and justice, okay? Actually, kind of some Libra themes with the justice, right? But when we talk about wisdom, some good things to keep in mind is, who is wise and who says that that's wise, okay? To really question, where this wisdom could be coming from yourself and others, okay? And also with the Athena theme of defense, we talk about our body and immune systems. So now our immune systems could be more stronger than they were before when Athena Pallas was in retrograde, all right? So that is pretty much your astrology notes. I'll put that over there. And I also wanted to say, if you didn't watch the Libra reading, you know, I am back. I moved across country and it took off some time to spend with family and friends. And so here I am. So this is my temporary setup. And happy Halloween, of course, right? If you celebrate. So anyway, let's go further into your reading here, Scorpio. Oh, and I forgot to set the timer. All right, that's okay. So we're going to call out your cards and go in order and then get into your reading. Also, if you are new, welcome, right? If you're coming back, welcome back too. All right, so we're going to talk about your first 6 cards here in the center and then move outwards to your tarot confirmation cards with another deck, all right? But we are also going to talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck. I forgot to do that in the last reading, so I wanted to make sure that I include it, okay? So it, you know, is not horrible that I left it out of the Libra reading, but it is gives us more insight, okay? So it's always good to include it if we can, okay? I feel like you guys are so far away. Hold on here. Let me, there we go, it's a little better. So also, if you're new or if you're not, just a reminder too, I do take a picture at the end of all of the cards, right? If you want to look at it up close or you're watching the reading later, you could pull up the photo while you're watching the reading or listening to the reading. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there, okay? All right, so Scorpio, we have 7 of Staves in the reverse, 7 of Swords upright, 5 of Staves upright, Ace of Staves in the reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, 9 of Swords in reverse, all right? And then we'll talk about these other cards and the Oracle cards at the very end. Okay. So also another note here is that this first row is energy starting around today, October 28th, a little bit before, a little bit after, right? It's not exact. Going through that first week of November in the first row here, and then till about November 8th, okay, at the end of this row here. All right. So it seems like here, Scorpio, actually this is where my spirit guides, before we even get into your first card, wanted me to talk to you about, and I'm going to turn a little bit because I feel like I'm the wrong way or something. All right, there we go. So, you know, it's always a good sign when your own card comes out, okay? So here you are, Scorpio, the Death card, right? And so this is what's on the top and the bottom of your deck, okay? And this talks about energy from the past, okay? And just giving us more insight, like I mentioned in the beginning. Okay, so when we start with the Death card, that is you, Scorpio, right? The rebirth, the letting go of the old to make room for the new. And you see this kind of cloaked figure riding on the horse, and there's all these dogs in front of him. Okay, so that's the loyalty. Even though in the recent past, Scorpio, you yourself could have been going through, you know, a really hard rebirth, okay, the dying of the old and making ready for the new, but there still could have been a lot of loyalty around you, right? And this, again, this whole reading, you know, since it is a general reading, could be about you yourself, Scorpio. It could be about the person you're dealing with or your general environment situation. But it looks like that while you were going through this, you know, transformation, rebirth phase here, Scorpio, in the recent past, or even still currently lingering around, which I feel like it is, there could have been a message here in the springtime, okay, that was significant to you, because you have the Page of Wands in the right side up position, and you see this man holding the scroll, right? And there's a bunny next to him, okay? That's the springtime. So it doesn't have to be that you got a message in springtime. It could also be just the beginning of something, right? A page, the order isn't a knight yet, right? So it goes page, knight, king, okay? So this is the beginning, right? So you're thinking about starting from the bottom and then slowly moving up, okay? But this is a forward momentum. It's a small start, but it's slowly moving forward, and there is some growth here. Okay, and this is in the recent past, along with your Death card, where you showed up in your own reading. Okay, so Spirit wanted me to talk to you about these 2 cards in relation to your first card in the main 6, which is the 7 of Staves in reverse position. This card talks about not wanting to be open to receive, not wanting to be initiated into something, possibly not wanting to start a regrowth or rebirth in some way, okay? So it could be saying that for some of you guys, Even though there was the dying of the old and getting ready for the new, you had this loyalty of support system around you, right? With the dogs, there still could have been, still is this energy of not wanting to receive. And it could be because for some of you guys, you did receive some sort of small communication or message in the springtime of this year, right? So we're talking about January, March, April, okay? And it could have been a message that you gave to someone or someone gave to you, or just a general message from the universe that maybe was telling you to slow down, or it just wasn't the right time for you to move forward yet, okay, to be ready to receive, right? So normally when the Seven of Staves is right side up, I don't know if you guys can see here, but there's this small person praying to these Egyptian gods, and he has his arms open, right? He's ready to receive. But for you, it was in the reverse, right? So it wasn't quite time yet for that, all right? Now, moving forward, your second card here, Scorpio, is the Seven of Swords in the right side up position. This kind of explains a little bit why possibly you were not ready for this new rebirth or being open to something new to receive, because you were carrying a lot of mental confusion, anxiety, and worry. And you see that here with this Japanese man carrying all these swords. There's also a little bit of gossip energy for some in this card with the people in the background. Maybe gossiping because they they saw that you received some type of benefits, and maybe they felt like you didn't earn it, but you actually did. But because you're carrying all this anxiety, worry, overthinking, maybe that is making you feel like you didn't deserve it, or this a little bit of lingering energy here, okay? But it doesn't last for long, Scorpio. I just want to keep saying that, because your reading at the end is really good. So just give it time, okay? Because then right here, Scorpio, your third card, this is talking about possibly the first week of November. There is some type of turnaround with this energy where now you're ready to reach out, okay, to your support system with the Five of Staves in the right side up position. Hold on, let me turn that down. Okay. So I just keep music on in the background for the dogs, and sometimes there's commercials. All right. Anyway, so with this Five of Staves, also known as the Five of Wands energy here, Scorpio, now you're ready to reach out to your support system, okay? So you have somebody here. There's these four Egyptian men, right? And they're working on some type of architect plan, right? That's what it looks like. I don't know for sure, okay? But you know, this energy of this card is really asking you to rely on your support system to stop taking things so seriously, Scorpio, in some way. Because normally when you see this card in other decks, you see five men, okay, with the wands, with the staves, and they're practicing fighting. But at first it looks like they're fighting. But what it's actually about is the more that you practice and play and plan for the future and rely on your support system, then more abundance and positive energy for momentum will start happening here for you, Scorpio. All right. Now, going forward, your fourth card is there is still a blockage, and I feel that it is, you know, from the past here, something still coming up where there could be a little bit of, you know, if you are working on a creative project or a creative person, it could be that there's like a hard time you're having writer's block, right? Just as an example, okay? But there is this energy, a blockage here, right, with the Ace of Staves in the reverse position here. Okay, so the staves are also known as wands, all right? But, you know, for some people, it could be that there is this rebirth of a project, or actually a physical birth if you're of a woman that's trying to do that, right? But normally it's just a metaphor, okay? But there's something that's not letting it move forward. It's not the right time still. There's still something to be worked out here from the past, okay? And we definitely feel that with your fifth card, the Hierophant in the reverse position. Okay, so this is an energy, Taurus energy. Let's see what other energies we have. We have Taurus, Gemini, Sagittarius, Scorpio. Yeah. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, or you did in the past, or you have a lot of Taurus in their chart, or they do, or nothing at all. But I just wanted to mention a couple of the signs that I see here as far as the major arcana. Now, with the Hierophant in the reverse position, this is an energy that talks about you possibly losing faith in a mentor or a guide or someone higher above you that you maybe used to look up to for answers, but now there's this like distrust happening here in the reverse position for some of you guys. Now, also, if it's not that, it could be that some of you guys are having some type of blockage with the Hierophant. Also represents like schools, institutions, studying. There could be a blockage here. And now also it could be the reverse, right? When we talk about looking up to someone as a mentor or a guide or even a priest or a guru, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it could be in the recent past that somebody was looking at you that way. And now there's like kind of a turn of the energy where it's not there anymore. Okay, so you have to kind of find where you fit there. All right. Now, moving forward, Scorpio, this is when we get to the good stuff in your reading, right? Because even though this card is reversed and it looks scary, this is how you want to see this card, the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. This means that towards that second week of November, you're going to let go of the anxiety, fear, overthinking, worry, okay, all of that stuff. So normally it's hovering over her head when it's in the right side of position, all these Japanese swords above this woman, okay? But you're letting that go. You're not going to let it hold you back anymore. Whatever this blockage was, and with that teacher, priest, mentor thing that we were talking about, our school institutions, you're going to let that go and still continue to move forward. So speaking of that, let's get into your tarot confirmation cards now, okay? So you have the Magician in the right side of position, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we'll go in order here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of music. My phone, it doesn't recognize my face right now with the mask. Okay, so we got just a little bit of music here. So the Magician, okay, and this is in the reverse position, energy from the recent past. What is recent? You have to ask yourself that. It could be, 5 minutes ago, it could be 6 months ago, it could be months, years, okay, etc. But there was this energy here, this a little bit of Sagittarius energy here. But you see this Magician, at his altar. He has all the tools that he needs. He's holding his wand out, right? So this speaks of confidence. This speaks of stability, having all the tools that you need, okay? So this could have been you here, Scorpio, or a person you're dealing with, or general environment situation. But when it's coming in here and it's confirming the Seven of Staves in reverse and the Ace of Staves in reverse, okay? It's showing us here, Scorpio, that there's, in the beginning of your reading, in the first week or so, this lack of confidence, this lack of feeling like you have all the support system that you need. You're not feeling support in that first week. You're not ready and open to receive, okay? And then, when we also see the Magician with this Ace of Staves in reverse, that blockage that we were talking about, okay, it could have something to do with, again, confidence issues, not feeling like you have enough support around you, whether it's physical tools, your computer, whatever you want to say, right? Or if it's actually your support system, your people, okay? So, it could just be a feeling like maybe there are people that are ready to help you and work with you, right? Like, as we know, because you have the Five of Staves also in that first week or weekend of November, where people do want to practice play and help work with you to help your abundance. And what is abundance? It's whatever you want to manifest in your life. Okay. So now moving forward, your second confirmation card is the Four of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, this is also a card you do want to see in the reverse position because it talks about letting go of control and not coming from a place of fear or lack, right? So when the card is right side up, and hopefully you guys can see that, let me just get the lighting right. I had it. Okay. So he's holding these four pentacles, like he's got two under his feet, okay, and then a bunch in his lap and one on his head. He's like, there's not enough. There's not enough. It's that lack mentality. It's operating from a place of fear or control, okay? But this is a past, and it's in the reverse position, and that's how you want to see that. So you were letting go of that, Scorpio, or somebody else, okay, or the general environment. But it is confirming the Seven of Swords. right side up, and the Hierophant in reverse here. So this is saying to us, Scorpio, that this letting go of, the fear and control and operating from a place of lack is still something that you are working with, right? Because the swords are down. The swords in tarot represent the intellect, okay? Overthinking, air energy up in your head, right? So maybe you were starting to let go of that fear and control and operating from a place of lack, but then there possibly was gossip, and you were thinking about how you look to others. Okay, so that could be for some people, not everybody. All right, but also when this the Four of Pentacles in reverse is confirming the Hierophant in reverse, it's like that loss of trust in a mentor, a guru, a guide, a priest, okay, a teacher, right? Because maybe you're letting go of all of these things in the recent past, and you're still doing it in that first week or so, and even the second week of November. But it's like now you are maybe not vibing with the same people that you did before, or maybe not being able to identify with the way that you were operating before, even in yourself. Okay, so there's definitely, a lot of change here, but also the Hierophant is the Taurus card. So again, you could have had been dealing with the Taurus, or you have a lot of Taurus in their chart, or they do, or it doesn't mean anything at all, just that Taurus energy, okay, that grounding energy. Could also be that you weren't grounded during this time, so it was harder for you to trust in others or even yourself. So maybe you just kind of turned away. All right, so that's definitely another way to look at it as well. But let's go forward because, like I said, you have some really good cards coming up here. Okay, so finally, Scorpio, in your third confirmation card, you have the Four of Cups in reverse. All right, another card you definitely want to see in the reverse position, because when it's right side up, normally you see this woman here and her posture is like, I don't like these cups. I don't like what's being currently offered to me. But then at the top here, you see that other cup that's just around the corner if she changes her perspective, right? And she just reaches up and she grabs it. So when it's in reverse position and this is your future, it's like kind of a little bit of past energy, but I feel like it's more future, okay? So somebody, you yourself, Scorpio, or somebody around you, general environment situation, decided to see something from a new perspective and, trust that this gift from the divine is going to come in. So this is a trusting card, a trusting energy here, okay? So when it comes in and it confirms the Five of Staves and the right side up position and the Nine of Swords in reverse here, Scorpio, this is saying that when you or the other person or general environment situation decides to trust more that the divine is going to provide, then you get more in this less serious mode where you're able to play and practice and plan for the future and rely on your support system, and then also let all this anxiety, worry, and overthinking go, right? That's what we want. So good. Now, also, before we finish up here with your tarot and get to the oracle cards, Spirit wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of your other deck. Okay, this is the Ancestral Path deck. Okay, so here you have Four of Cups again, but this is past energy, and this time it's in the right side up position. Okay, so I'll just show you one at a time. So here we see again this man that's like, I don't like these cups. I don't like what's currently being presenting to me, but he can't see this other cup that hasn't come in yet. Okay, so the cups in the tarot also represent emotions. Maybe there's a lot of emotions in yourself or in others in the general environment that is just not great. Okay, and so in the past you were waiting for something better to come in here. Okay. Now, before I talk about that other card, I just want to show you that in the tarot, hold on, let me turn this down. Anytime you see a repeating card, even if one is right side up and one is reversed, from two different decks. I can't talk right now. This mask is hot. Hold on. So when this happens, it's really a sign from spirit, okay? Because there's 1 in 72 chances that this card is going to come out again, okay? So that's always definitely an interesting point to note as well, okay? Now this is the past and this is the future, and that's how you want to see that card, right? Letting in that new perspective and having more trust, okay? Now, since, oh, that goes this way, sorry. When the 4 of Cups is together with the 10 of Cups, and again, this is past energy, look at the 10 of Cups. So it's almost like here, Scorpio, in the recent past, you kind of maybe knew that if you looked at this new perspective or trusted in the divine, that something better would be provided for you, or trusted that your emotions would ebb and flow and take you to a different, more comfortable, positive place. And it's like showing you that here in the past, that you knew you could get that 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment, okay? It talks about leveling up in some way, right? 1 out of 10, okay? 10 being the highest number. Completion of something, a goal, okay? So I really feel like, there could be something inside of you, Scorpio, or the person you're dealing with, a general environment situation that knows if they do this and you have, or they have started to do this, that it will make you more abundant and things moving forward. And who doesn't want 10 of Cups? It's like rainbows and a party. Like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go to the party, Scorpio. All right. So anyway, that is what we have for you regarding the tarot. And then real quick, let's do your little oracle cards here. So your first one is the Well Watcher, and it talks about wisdom and the power of the divine. And you see this kind of ethereal woman here standing by the well, and it looks like an owl. Sorry, I can't see exactly. It's like hopefully you can see it better on the computer than I can. All right. But anyway, this card talks about here for you, Scorpio, that during this time period, it would really be important, again, to trust in the divine and trust in your intuition and the messages that you receive, and trust that, if you don't get the right message right away, that the universe, the divine, the well, whatever you want to call it, will bring you other people that can help you on your journey. Okay. Now, your second oracle card here, Scorpio, is your love oracle message. All right, whether you're watching for romantic love, platonic love, with friends or family, or even self-love. Okay, so it says, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Oops, let me get closer here. This one's hard to see. Okay, so obviously if it's romantic, right, express your love to the person, okay? And if it's self-love, right, tell yourself that you love yourself, right? Not just for, shits and giggles, but like really tell yourself. And then if it's with friends and family, let people know that the people that you trust, that you're really close to, let them know how much you appreciate their love and support, okay? So anyway, however you take that, it's a good message, right? Now, your last oracle message here, Scorpio, is the ladybug. It says, this is a time of good fortune and abundance. So cute. And then it says, so be willing to receive all the good things in your life. Very nice here, Scorpio. So it could be a particular message for this time period. And I always like to say with the animal cards here, you can always also look up the spiritual significance of a ladybug, right? An animal totem ladybug, okay? And look at the signs there and the metaphors of what that means, okay? And maybe you'll be walking down the street, or you're out at a park or something, and you see a ladybug, okay? So I always thought, I don't know where I learned that growing up, but that ladybugs were good luck, right? So that's how I see it for you here, Scorpio. So anyway, that is your reading. So what else? Yes. So happy birthday again, Scorpio. Happy Scorpio season. Happy Halloween if you do celebrate, right? And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the Aries reading tonight. I might start Aries tomorrow. Just depends on how the energy goes in a little while. But that is the next sign I'm going to do. I'm going to go in order after we did the Libra, since I missed Libra season, and then Scorpio season that we're in now, and then we'll go the regular way through the zodiac signs. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Hope you take care and have a good day or night again whenever you see this. Sorry, my mask is okay. I'm starting to look like an alien, right? I think. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.